What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm back. As you can see, what is up? Hey, Daria. Hey, Joshua. Did y'all watch get into the last episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville? That is what we're here to talk about. Don't forget to join me at back at 9:30 for Power, and that's going to be a live. Y'all voted on it, and so we're going to go ahead and go live with that. And I may have some special guests drop in, and y'all will see who will be discussing power with us before tomorrow's explosive episode, y'all. Tomorrow's episode is going to be fire. I got some predictions. I have some yes, we're going to get into it 9:30. Hope it's not too late for you guys. And ladies rather. Yeah, so I'm excited about it. Monique Nicole is at a graduation today, so she's not going to be able to make it. I think she's back from Miami, but she is busy. So we're going to get up here and I'm going to keep you for maybe 30 minutes because ain't nothing going on this show. I mean, anyway, let's go ahead and get into it, right? Because I'm just sitting up here like, I don't know, y'all. I am losing the luster. Are you guys losing the luster of this show? Um, it's not given for me. It feels forced. It feels fake. It feels like they're trying to turn a corner, but I feel like everybody dirty slip is showing. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me. I ain't got no hair. I ain't got no ponytail on. I just got my ponytail, no makeup, lip gloss. You know what I'm saying? So please forgive the way the diva looks. I had to pull it through because I said I was going to stop not coming because of not being in a full beat. So yes, you get me. Hey, Monique. Yes. I'm glad you are here. Y'all, make sure y'all show some love to my moderators that's in the chat. Thank you, Monique, for everything that you do for me. I appreciate you. Daria, always appreciate your support. Joshua, same here for you. Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. And we're going to start with, I might have to take that overlay down because it feel like it's hindering the whole, which you can see. So we start off the episode basically where I'm gonna do a call in at the end just so we can just get through it, and then I'll bring you guys up so we can get your thoughts on it. So don't worry, we're gonna do that. So we're starting off with Melody quietly putting up the church finger, talking about this is not what I wanted to do. Um, this is not the spa day that I thought that we were going to be having. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to go. And maybe we can try this again another day. I was just like, girl. She was all into it when the foolishness was going on. When everything was popping off, it's like, yeah, Stormy, let's go see why they saying your name. What they talking about? And then as soon as you start hearing where the conversation is going, knowing that you had something to do with that as well, then you want to mosey on along, right? Okay, whatever. I don't blame you. Like I said, if I was there, because I might have had she was there because she was obligated to be there. But if I was there in order to kind of relax and have that thing, and then she's having some outside problems that's going on with Martell, if I wanted some peace and quiet, then we just gonna have some peace and quiet. You know what I'm saying? And if that's not what we're doing, but I was stormy. I was stormy in this situation where I feel like communication needs to be had. You see what I'm saying? And I think male tends to shy away from conversation. And you see, that's exactly kind of like what happened. Because if you're gonna keep it all the way a buck, we're trying to hash out this conversation. Although I felt like Melody's hands was kind of clean because Tiffany was going after Kiki. But did you notice how LaTisha kept on saying, we're not discussing that. We're not discussing that. We're not discussing that. We're not discussing the infidelity. We're not discussing. I was like, all right, girl. I was just like, okay, girl. We heard you. It was just a mess. She had me dying laughing with that whole thing. And Tiffany started getting so riled up. I mean, not Tiffany. Kiki started getting so riled up that Tisha had to go over because Tiffany is big old preggers. She had to go over there and like calm down. Calm down. We're not doing this. We're not trying to get the pregnant woman upset. I'm like, but the pregnant woman is the one who started the bullshit in the first place. So forgive me, because I thought we was having a conversation. You know how to go. So it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I just be laughing. Right. I see both sides. I saw both sides of that. And I was like, you know, Tiffany, it feels like what she's going to be doing is stirring up drama. And because she knows that, you know, you can only go so far with Tiffany. You don't want to cause any distress to the baby, any undue, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, it seemed like Tiffany is with the shits. So you might just get this tongue lashing real quick. And then I'll be like, all right, girl, you know what? Whatever. We'll talk about it another day. Drop that load and come see me. All right. All right. That's what I would have been about to say. Hey, Latirica, I hope I said it right. What is up? Oh, y'all still call me beautiful with no makeup on? It's like, no. My Taurus says, yes, baby, my birthday is around the corner. 6 more days for your girl. Hope I didn't miss your day. No, it's on the 10th. It's on the 10th. Hold on. Is ours the same day? Wait a minute. Is mine on I thought mine was on Tuesday or it's on Wednesday. Child, I don't be knowing. Child, I don't even know how old I am. What day is the 10th, y'all? Oh, it's Wednesday. Okay. Got you. Yes, I have a classmate that birthday is on the 9th. So it was a couple of us. It was like this girl named Lisa. She shared the same birthday as you. And then it was this boy named Juwan. It was like I was a sandwich. So he was on the 11th. She was on the 9th and I'm on the 10th. So I'm excited though. I'm excited. It don't really feel like my birthday is coming up. I don't usually celebrate it. Last year, y'all know I did a sip and paint. You know, listen. You know, we like us a cocktail. And I love to paint. So I hadn't celebrated my birthday in like maybe 7 years. Maybe. No, last time I celebrated was my 40th. But yeah, I don't normally celebrate my birthday, but not doing it today. I mean, not doing it this year, but you know, go have some dinner, go get a massage, you know, all the things that I do just to, you know, self-care me and you know, just give myself, you know, my little thing. So happy early birthday to you, doll. Yes, all the birthday love. Do y'all want me to do a birthday live? Right. Tiffany knows she pregnant, right? Hello. Right. Just being messy. Just being messy. Yes. Somebody. Right. Yes. So it was just a mess the way she was like stirring the pot up, and then everybody got to calm it down. But I saw what Stormy was saying. Like, you know, at some point you have to start having the difficult conversations, the uncomfortable conversations. Um, it's a part of emotional intelligence. It's a part of just day to day. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Mel likes to leave like a big elephant in a room. And, you know, I don't think that is conducive, especially when you're working with a cast of people. So I don't know, Mel. I understood her bowing out. Fine, whatever. She articulated that right. So It is what it is. So let's see. But it was just so funny because her little throat was, I'm just gonna go. I was cracking up. But like I said, I'm Stormy. I like to have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. I used to be very avoidant. And through my therapy, I've learned to, and through YouTube, I've learned to find my voice. I've learned to use my voice. And you know what I'm saying? So let's have the conversation so that we don't have to be guessing. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to do the guesswork, okay? Hey, Jay, what? I didn't mind Mel leaving. Right. It didn't have anything to do with her. She was like, I just showed up so I can get my paycheck, or I showed up so I wouldn't get fired. That's what she was doing. She was on that. But the girls basically at the end of the day, they was like, I'm glad that we kind of got it off the table. Kiki still seemed like she was like there was no resolve. So she still felt like her feathers were ruffled. But I guess they decided to kind of pin the conversation. And I guess we'll have the conversation another day. Please, hopefully it's about something else different and not this goddamn party. Okay. Now, baby. Now, y'all heard me the other day. We were talking about Martell and his commentary. Well, what he ended up saying to Marsau about his father and all the children that he had, and talking about he didn't bail. He just didn't bail. I was like, what? I could. And then also too, if it felt like Sheree, it was a plant for her to just call so he can ignore, so we can just bring her up, so we can talk about her, just to not talk about her. And I was just like, I'm really hoping, Sheree, you are watching the show, because with Atlanta Housewives around the corner and him being on that show, and the way he playing you to the left like a soybean burger on this show, I'm trying to figure out, girl, what is actually going on here. He's like, well, she knew that I was going to be spending time with the boys. I was just like, you know, you know, you know, he playing her, and I just hate for people to play in your face. Just be upfront with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it. Yeah, she was not cool. That's what I thought. I just watched it just a little while ago. I was like, I don't think she was cool with it. She was like, I don't have no resolve. Probably Carlos' idea, girl. Probably. Girl. Loser with his hoochie daddy shorts on. Give Martell Jr., give Tank his clothes back, please. Why do we always have to see his whole? Why? Why do we have to be subjected to that? I'm not saying that you don't look nice and all that stuff, but why do you have to continuously keep shopping at the Baby Gap? Can we give Tank his clothes back, please? Honey. Hey, Miss Kira. Crystal said, I don't think Sheree was on the phone. It could have been his mama. Oh my God, that is too funny. That's too funny. But they had this whole thing. Maurice is still kind of about preaching about this double-minded man is confused in all his ways. He said, oh, it sounded good the first time. I said, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. I said, boy, if you don't cut it out. Oh, no. I never seen a bulge, Martell. Oh, dear. Has anybody seen the bulge? I don't know. Okay, y'all got me losing my train of thought. Okay, so what else are we in this conversation? So they're at the batting cage. Child, Martell almost took the damn cameraman head off. I was just like, no, Martell, this is just a mess. It's a fool. So almost took the cameraman head. Well, at least he did hit the ball, because ain't nobody else hit a ball. Nobody else. I was just like, oh, okay. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Let me just keep this comment up there because I'm assuming that people are going to be chiming in about that bulge. So I'm going to keep a comment up there. But yeah, is that all we want to talk about with this scene? I didn't get too much out of it. I feel like Marsau is kind of vicariously living through Martell. The stuff that he says about, he's trying to find himself and all this other stuff. And, Maurice is trying to get him to settle down, figure out what you want to do with your life and all this other stuff. Did they actually have the conversation about Sheree wanting to have children and him wanting to have more children? I was like, but you can't seem to pay for and support the kids you got, but you want more kids. Y'all remember what we talked about yesterday with Ebony K. Williams and that Iyanla Van Zandt? That's the shit right there. That's that bullshit. Oh. Moochie, I think Monique just said Moochie is going live at 9. So I didn't see a notification. So maybe they're in talks or whatever. So I may move it. I think Miss K is going at 10:45. So I don't know. Just keep your notifications on. I'll definitely post it or whatever. Like I said, and Brillo's about to go live. So we're gonna go ahead and get through this. Yeah, he want more kids, but why? I'm not understanding. I think that's very, very, very selfish to be, just spreading your seed, trying to have broken homes in this place, that place, and all. No. Who you trying to be, Nick Cannon? No. We're not doing that. Okay. Sheree ain't bit much more having no goddamn baby at 50 plus years old. Not saying it ain't never been done, because we do see the brat is pregnant at 49. We did see Miss Janet Jackson give birth at 50. So yes, we do know it can be done. Sheree got grown adult children. She just said she about to be a grandma. When your kids start having kids, that's when you're supposed to stop. Period, poo. So yeah, girl, he's a future. He's a failure. That's what he is. That's what he is. Why don't you stop worrying about trying to get pussy, all this other stuff, and get you a builder's license? Why don't you try to do that? Why don't you try to do something productive with your life? Okay. God, girl, he get on my damn nerves. I can't stand him. Okay. So this conversation was interesting. I want to know what y'all got to say about this conversation. Did it feel like a plant to you? Another one of those, we need these talking points. This is good conversation. Let's have the conversation. I remember it felt like Courtney came in last season kind of with the same stance or whatever, and it didn't really feel like it got to register in his head. But for some reason, the way this guy, what's the guy's name? Is it Hank? Hank? Tank? I don't know. I forgot his name. But Marcel said he comes from a bigger company. And so he wants those bigger ideas to kind of, bring some of that juice over to this smaller company so we can kind of implement and all this other stuff. And he pretty much was saying about, y'all did hear what he said when he said talking about it's a marriage or something like that. And I proposed to Tisha after dating her for 1 month, and he was like, well, if you treat me like you treat Tisha, I don't know about this marriage. I said, I said, okay, call him out, why don't you? I was like, okay, all right. I love for a man to hold another man accountable. Okay, so I was here for all of that, and I was like, okay, so I'm listening, and then he was saying that y'all need to work together as a team. He said he wished, so in my mind, what I heard was that he said he wished that he treated his marriage more like a partnership rather than, trying to do the gender roles and take care of everything. He said you got a qualified woman that can come in and be the checks and the balances to this operation. You don't have to take on everything. And then he's sitting up there talking about, well, I try to shield her from the bad, and when things are going good, I tell them about all the good, but I feel like that's my job to provide and protect and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, we're in 2022. Okay. We're in 2022. Okay. All right. All right. I mean, she got all the degrees. I want to say, do she got double master degrees? I know she got at least one master degree. But I'm just like, and she got all these brokerage license. She got her salesperson license, brokerage license. They got builders licenses on deck. Like, come on. What are you doing? Why do you have your star player sitting on the bench? It doesn't make any sense to me. I was just so confused. Hey, Savannah. Yes. Right. He heard all this before. People been telling him, like I said, Courtney came in telling him last season. I feel like his father tried to low-key tell him something. Y'all, I still don't that father, I'm sorry. I don't see it for him. I'm sorry. I just don't. When he was trying to low-key tell him something, I feel like everybody be trying to, tell he had Dr. Francis over there trying to spill it to him. Tisha trying to tell him, beat him over his head. Wanda trying to beat him over the head. And he's still just not getting it. He's just not getting it. And I was just like, this is exactly it right here. Marsau don't see Tisha as an equal. And that's a problem. What Iyanla say? That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. You don't see me as an equal, then we're not in a partnership, sir. Sorry. So yeah. And it's just that what do they call them? Male chauvinist, misogynistic, like that whole, I can appreciate, like, you remember me and Monique had this conversation about gender roles, and I still subscribe to them, but they're not set in stone. They're not like, you must and you must. It's like whoever is the best, do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm sitting at home barefoot and pregnant and stuff like that. Like, no. And cooking and cleaning and doing the laundry. No. Like, don't take my purpose away from me. Like, you know. Marcel's riding on Tisha degrees and credentials. Because I wonder, are they in his name or in her name? That's the $1 million question. Okay. He gets it. He don't have to get it because Tisha too stupid to put her foot down. Listen, he knows he can walk all over her, and so he'll play like he don't get it. Yes, 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 yes. They do that. They act like they can't cook. They act like they can't clean, so that the other person will do it. They can do it. I guarantee you, they can do it. So don't fall for the okie doke. And so, it was just so funny. Like, he just felt like it was just getting to him. Like, oh. I'm like, okay. Oh, Marsau needs to wear clothes that's correct size. His too. I think it's just Martell. I think Martell got him beat. I don't know if I'm gonna get that one to him. So we have this meeting with, okay, first is Tisha and Kimmi. And I thought that they was just having a little private meeting, right? So I was just like, oh, okay, this is cute. You know, it's not out of the ordinary. But da-da-da. Hey girl, I got some chicken salad and crackers. How you doing, girl? Hey. Hey, Mel. Oh my God. So it just be looking so crazy. Like I'm telling you, it's so cringe. It feels so super forced. It feels like Carlos got them down and like this is just turning into a circus. Y'all need to reel it back in. Let's be adults about this and all of this stuff. Hey, relax and chill. So that's what it feels like. It feels like they're, supposed to be moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like another Mel and Martell. Wait a minute, sounds like another Mel and Martell thinking they both had all that money, but it's really Mel. Yes. Didn't we talk about that yesterday, y'all? I know plenty of women that is holding down the household. Plenty of them. Okay. And Tisha and Marsau. Tisha is the one who has the money, the credit score. Excuse me. All of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, William. So yes, it is just crazy. It's crazy to me. So I'll just be like, okay, girl. But they had this conversation. I kind of forgot what they were talking about. I vaguely remember them saying that they wanted to have like a tea to learn how to talk to each other because the respect factor wasn't quite there. And I think, is that about the gist of it? I think, did Tisha bring up this Black Expo here? No, she brought it up in the next scene. Not quite sure what the topic of conversation was. I remember that Tisha and Kimmi, they were there initially because she's been displaced by her husband for the man. It's a man named Gino. If Miss Kira was here, Miss Kira was here. If she was here, she would have told me. I think the man name is Gino. I want to say it was Gino. Not quite sure. Because she was displaced, so she was trying to get the office space. Okay, so that's what the initial meeting was for. And then next thing you know, Mel comes in, and I think they might have talked about the spa day, and they was talking about having conversations and moving forward, and the respect factor, get the respect factor back in, and all that good stuff. So Espo, not Expo, but Espo. Oh, you don't watch Love and Merge? Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here, hon. Well, next week we'll be talking about Love. I'm not Love and Merge. Atlanta Housewives. So we'll have something else that that's his name, Gina. Okay, good. Cool. So yeah, so that was just, it was kind of like a nothing burger. So they all just kind of hugged it out. It's so good to see you. And then she also said, y'all remember in the confessional, she was like this, I don't know why somebody want to meet with somebody that got a dark soul 4 months ago. I don't think a dark soul can change in 4 months. We'll see. I was cracking up. Ooh, now you're not missing anything, girl. Right, girl. The ratings are low. They. I think it's ran its course, but next week is gonna be good, y'all. Y'all saw the for next week when Martell shows up to one of the kids' birthday parties and she politely told him to get out of there. I said, oh, okay. Now we talking. Now we cooking with some Crisco. So, because that's real. Okay. So yeah. Miss me with the fake shit. I want to see the real stuff. Okay. So yeah. So then we have this conversation, right? He's had this epiphany. and all I could see was his ashy, dry feet. That's all I was looking at. At least they wasn't like, you know how men feet can be, girl. But all I was just seeing was the ashy feet sitting there. Yeah, I was like, okay. And then him looking all perplexed and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, Marcel, come on with the act. Come on with the act, okay? I'm not. Am I gonna watch Summer House Martha's Vineyard? I don't know. Is it black people? Is it us? Or is it them? I don't know. I mean, let me know when it comes on. Give me the deets. Send it to me in the DM. And I never watched Summer House before. You know what I do like? I like that whatever they do go on that boat. That boat thing, they be turned up on that boat. Now I like that boat thing. I don't know what it's called, but I've watched a couple of episodes and they was quite good. They were quite good. So yes. Okay. It'll be right after. Okay. Okay, we'll see. We might have to add it on to the roster because well, no, you know what, y'all? Bell Collective is coming back. Did y'all check out? I don't think did a trailer. It might have been like a teaser trailer, but they've been playing little stuff on the social medias. So Bell Collective is coming back on the 19th, I believe. And yeah, so we're definitely adding that. I'll check with Monique and see if she watches Summer House. But yeah. Below Deck, yes. Now those were some good episodes. I was like, oh, okay, and they were. I mean, it was a couple. It was a couple of us, but it was funny to me. Them people was yes. Is I think it's Below Deck. I think it's below Deck. She said I knew it had a deck. He looking like he just discovered he was an asshole to his wife. Right. And then, I was in somebody else's comments. I was in Bondi's comments the other day, and I was just saying, I was just like, was it Bondi? It might not have been Bondi. It might have been Niecy. I think it was Niecy. And I said, she was sitting up there. She was so happy with this epiphany he done had. And I was just like, he gives her so much scraps that the crumbs taste good. I mean, she was just all growth. I can't believe this. I've been saying this for all of these years and you haven't heard me. And Gino is the new Dr. Francis. And I was just like, no, Gino is Gino. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody with two eyeballs could see that he was mistreating you. It's just like, I said, boy, I tell you, I said, when you starving, crumbs will taste good. And that's what he don't give her nothing. And so he throw a little crumb out there, and then it's not changed behavior, mind you. All he is doing is saying something. We're making a scene, and that's it. Because you still over there at Sky Emporium, still trying to get office space. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But she was so happy with those crumbs. I was like, okay, girl, I guess. And then they did this little, she's all excited. And then he talking about he want to celebrate with sex. And I was like, oh, all right. Okay, so next. Let's see. Yes, Bell Collective. So you do watch Bell Collective, Miss Kier. Okay. So then let me get ready to put this. I don't know if y'all want to come up anyway, but I'll just go ahead and put it in the chat just in case somebody want to come in when I do a little caller, maybe 5 minutes or so at the end, because we're getting to the end of this. And this is this whole Black Expo that Tisha, and I was like, this is not even, I feel like they have Black expos in every state. We do it. We what is it called in DC? What is it? I don't know, like the radio shows be hosting them, all that stuff. They have these things all the time. So I'm just like, she coming. It just came to me. I was just like, and then Kimmi was like, this don't sound like no. She said, this doesn't sound like an original idea. It sounds like it was repackaged and repurposed, and you saying that y'all putting it together now. And it pretty much sounds like what we were trying to get accomplished and get done years ago. And so everybody's asking all these questions. She's telling about it and she has her little PowerPoint, but she has not fully thought the whole process through. And we see that with all of the questions that are spitballing to her and Marsau, and Mel is all about the money. Just because we cordial don't mean that I'm gonna be doing you any favors, okay? And I said, I know that's right, man. That's the petty in her. That is the petty in her. Okay. So what else we have? So we Mel saying, what's the budget? What's the budget for your speakers? She was like, oh, I wasn't even going to charge anybody. It was going to be here in Huntsville. And I was like, okay. She asked about the budget. She's like, because when I do stuff, I charge, you know what I'm saying? And then Kimmi was like, well, what's the marketing strategy? I said, oh Lord, they really didn't think this through. I'm like, Tisha, what was your major in school, girl? Because I don't know. She was like, oh, just social media. She was like, okay, so how much are you going to pay per post? I said, come on, Mel. Mel had me cackling. You hear me? She had me cackling. I was just like, what you gonna do? Then next thing you know, she was like, well, I guess we ain't gonna be able to afford you. And Martell sitting over there with his smug look, talking about ask her what her fee is. She was like, just don't ask me what my fee is. You don't have no business knowing my fee. Somebody needs to know my fee. They will get it from my manager or my agent. I was like, okay, Mel, she was on it. Can you tell me why she was like dressed like she was going to a gala? I feel like she's just always trying to flex on Martell. Whenever Martell is in the building, she has to look her best, show him what he's been missing. That is what it's given. Okay. Yes, the Black Women's Expo. Yes, like all of the radio shows do it all the time. And I'm just like, why is she sitting up here acting like she came up with this brainchild, girl? Sit down. Right. Is this idea even real? Like, are we going to even see it come to fruition? Because Kimmi was like, well, is this your stuff? Because I don't understand why we having multiple meetings. Do you just want us to participate? She was like, well, we just want to know. We're bringing it to the group. And I'm like, she ain't thinking that. She was like, if this is your idea, what is the concept? Like, you tell us. Like, it feels like she's trying to pull and get like how much participation. And Marsau was like, y'all can participate as much or as little as you want to. It just sounds like they just trying to put on some type of production for a scene that's going to have some drama that could possibly be filmed. That's what that's what I don't like about it. That's what I'm kind of getting. It's stale. And I'm just like, we're producing scenes. We're doing everything so we can get a scene. And I'm just like, yeah, no. I don't know. She could be going or coming to an event. But it sounded like they just didn't have it all together. It sounded like they did not have it all together. And baby, it was very apparent. So if anybody would like to come up, I'm going to dedicate this little couple of minutes. Maybe we'll go until 8:20, 8:25. But that's it. It wasn't much to it. Marsau trying to crack the bottle of black in the bottle, black chocolate in the bottle. Talk about the champagne is getting cold, or do you mean it's getting warm? Okay, maybe maybe it's getting warm. So yeah, I got the thing. Let me look at the poll. All right, let's see. What do y'all have for the poll? The poll results. Why I can't pull them up? Hold on, must be the wrong thing. Mm-hmm. Can y'all see it? Nope, I can't see it. I saw Moochie put it in there before. I don't know how to do. Well, anyway, what do you rate this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville? 8 to 10 is 37%. 5 to 7, 37%. 5 or below, 25%. 8 votes. Oh, okay, y'all can see it good because I sure couldn't. But I ended it or whatever. Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all like the video. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. Let's see. I don't see nobody. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So let's rate it like in the thing. Yeah, it was lackluster. I get it. I get it. Okay, Monique, give it a 6. Yeah, I'm about on the same page with that. And that's just kind of being a little generous because I feel like I want to give it a 5. Wasting my goddamn time. All right, y'all. Let's get on out of here. I had a good time with you guys tonight. Thank you everybody for your love, support coming on in here. You say you changed it from an 8 to a 6.5. Yeah, I mean, it kind of tried to start out with a bang with that whole spa thing, but I feel like Mel kind of deflated. She deflated the moment that it was trying to get. And like the other stuff feel like it's just fake. It feels forced. It feels contrived. It feels like I don't know. Oh, okay, Crystal, you haven't okay. All right. What you get? You giving it an 8 for Martell Hoochie Daddy shorts. I know. Jay, we tried to do Tuesday and Monique just couldn't get with it. It was too fast for her. So we had to move it back to Thursday. I know I definitely would like to do it a little closer. That way we can have a little bit more momentum, with just the conversation and stuff like that. Not the shorts with no bulge. The Turker is feeling generous, and so she's going to give it a 5. Yes. No. I didn't get. No, I didn't. I wasn't thinking you was complaining. I was just saying I wanted to do like a Tuesday or Wednesday, and like I said, we tried, and I didn't want to keep on just like switching it up for y'all. I wanted to kind of stay consistent and stuff like that. So whether y'all are watching it on the replay, make sure you get down in the comments. I tried to make this as entertaining as I could for you. But listen, I can only give what they give me. Okay, so we'll see. Next week looks like it's gonna be better. And yeah. So I will see you guys. I don't know if we're gonna get I don't know if we're gonna get power out. Cause don't not saying I'm competing with Moochie, but I don't want to go at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So and then Miss K is thank you. Why was Envy so mad? Girl, y'all want to listen to it and talk about it? Girl, girl. I was just like, I said the thing about what they were doing, they were conflating issues. Do y'all see what I mean? They were conflating, full on conflating issues that didn't really have anything to do with nothing. So I was just like, look, let's talk about it. But it was like, and then what make it so bad, Ebony called in to get on their platform. So she already had 55,000 comments on the Iyanla, on the Griot thing, where people was dragging her for filth. Then she goes on the Breakfast Club and then have them attack her. I was like, oh girl. Oh man. I was just like, I don't even want to read the comments on the Breakfast Club. That thing got so heated. I was like, let me read. I was stunned at how heated it got. And I was just like, all she said is that the man needed to own the bus. She ain't say Iyanla ain't asked for no context. She didn't give any context. It was a one question, and then all of a sudden it just kind of snowballed into everybody in the Black community, Black women, Black men alike, throwing every projection onto her. Like she said, F them, all of, she ain't say none of that. And then how y'all gonna get mad at her saying what she prefers and her standard for herself? How do you get mad about that? Like I was like, what is going on here? I was so pissed off. And then he's arguing with her and he's talking about blue collar workers. And I was like, Envy, you full of shit. First of all, with my child can't go to public school, my child got to go to a private school. Hello? Okay. What are we saying? What are we saying? I was just like, this is just a whole mess. I said Envy, and he was big mad. And what they were doing, they kept conflating all these issues, kept on saying all of this stuff. And I was just like, that girl ain't say none of that. I said Envy is definitely trying to grandstand and he is projecting. I was like, he, of all people, he said some things where, I don't never really hear him standing up for blue collar people and stuff like that. Just the little guy. I always hear him bragging about, what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So I said, they said Envy wanted Ebony to, it was like they was trying to browbeat her into submission to try to coddle, pacify, protect Black men and their feelings. And she wouldn't. She stood 10 toes down on that thing. And it don't matter how even the women was trying to twist it. And she was like, well, your rebuttal, how you doubled down on it, just kind of, but no, it was not. The rebuttal was to all of the comments that was left under the thing where people was talking about, well, my mother was a bus driver and my father was a bus driver and he had good benefits. And I was like, girl, good for you. Good for you. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was weird. And it says they were projecting. You better not be leaving out this house. And I'm glad she stood her ground. She is 100% correct in what she said. We cannot keep using the victim narrative in 2023. Yes, it worked then. Yes, the system is still. What are you going to do? That's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, I be proud of men when they go to college and get their degrees and all that stuff. I applaud them. I really do. I really do. I wish that they did it more often. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have your kid in a sport, as soon as he turned about 13, 14, they are girls or whatever they prefer. That's what they're into at that point. So the grades tend to go down. The focus is not there no more. But with girls, we're still, kind of groomed to keep on going, doing your best, because it leads to your job, or it leads to college, which leads to your job and your education and the life that you want to live for yourself. So we continue to go on because that is the way we're taught, and that's the way we're conditioned to do, so we can take care of ourselves. But for some reason, I feel like the Black community has made men feel like they don't really have to take care of their families. That the child, I don't know, child. I think it was the way she said it. Hey, LSW. Yes, they had the right one with Ebony, girl. But on one hand, and then on the other hand, I feel like she played right into the trap where she looked like the angry Black woman. But it needed to be said. And I'm team Ebony. I'm team Nita the Diva all day, every day. But I was team Ebony on there. It was the way she said it, but he kept on interrupting her. Oh my God, y'all. If y'all saw, and then it was like it was a gang up. It felt like it was 4 against 1. The girls was chiming in, Charlemagne was chiming in, and it was like they kept moving the goalposts. I was just like, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, come on. I went to White Plains, New York Public School, and got an awesome education. Yes. Yes. Way smarter than some of the private school. Yes. You're only as smart as your determination, what you do with your time. Like, there's other things that can supplement, like even if you're getting kind of like the bare minimum in public schools. We're in the age of technology now. So there's so many things at your fingertips. I posted something on my Facebook page today. A little boy jumping on the bus, trying to shoot and kill another boy. Teenagers down the street from me, 5 minutes down the street from me. The only reason why he didn't shoot and kill that little boy is because, is because the gun jammed. It's on my Facebook page. The gun jammed and the bullets fell on the floor. Hopping up on a school bus. I said, this is crazy. Ebony gotta realize everyone not gonna be where she at and her thinking at the moment. Right. But I feel like, I don't think that that's what she was saying. I felt like she answered the question for herself. I thought Iyanla asked her that question. You know what I'm saying? So, the fact that they try to make it like some kind of dig and a target at all bus drivers in the world. And I was like, girl, what? Like, no, she didn't say none of that. It was just crazy. It was crazy. Right. Definitely. But her Aunt Envy was going at a girl. I was like, the girls are fighting. Where's my video? Oh my God. I was like, the girls are fighting. That's how I was. I said, oh wow. It had got real passionate in that one. So Envy seemed more upset than any. I was confused too. That's what I'm saying, because it felt, the way he was going, it felt very accusatory. It felt very like he was attacking her more so than trying to have a conversation. Because I felt like with it, Charlemagne, and with the other girls, it felt like they was just like trying to get clarity, but then they still adding a couple of little, sprinkles of stank on it, like adding stuff that she hadn't even said to the conversation. I'm just like, what did y'all hear? She said y'all are projecting. That is nothing that I said. She asked me one question. It didn't have no context. It didn't have none of that. Honestly, I felt like the question was irrelevant to the conversation that we was having. Y'all remember I told y'all it was a 25-minute, 30-minute video where, we're talking about manhood, and we're talking about femininity, and all of this stuff. And it was out of context. It was out of context. And I also believe that Iyanla even contradicted herself in the comment as well. I was just like, yeah, like I said, it was 4 against 1. And and like I said, I still felt like she still had all of those comments that was like, when they drag you on Instagram and Twitter, baby. I heard it's something terrible. I heard it's something terrible. So I don't know. The last time I got dragged is when I was talking about the Venus and Serena King Richard. Boy, I thought I made it. Nope. I ain't making. I'm still sitting here with 9 people in my chat, but I appreciate all 9 of y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Yeah, she is a lawyer. And it felt like she knew that she was kind of having a conversation with people that was less than intelligent, like they weren't on her level. And that's why they kept, that's one of those things where people are determined to misunderstand you. And I felt like that's where they were at with it, because it felt like they were trying to be the voice of the masses, everybody that was dragging her. So, I felt like that. And I felt like they was trying to be antagonistic. I felt like they were trying to get clicks and views, sound bites, all of that stuff, so they can keep on talking and talking and talking and talking. That's what it was. That's what it was. It wasn't that she wasn't having valid talking points. It wasn't. They were more so talking out of feeling and emotion, and she's talking about facts. She's pulling out studies. She's saying this is the statistics and all this other stuff. Like, she was coming with facts, and they're coming with emotions, talking about blue collar workers. Ain't nobody said nothing about blue collar workers. We know that they are the most essential people, because we saw it in the panorama, that thank God for those people. We got that. We're not talking like, I was just like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. But like I said, I just feel like they was not listening to her. They weren't hearing her. It was like they were really just talking to respond, not to hear, not to understand, not to come to any kind of agree to disagree. Well, I see your side and I see your perspective. I understand. Iyanla kind of gave her like a loaded question. It was like a loaded question, and it lacked context. And and then they started going on what are they talking about? A good man. That's not a good man. It don't matter how much they made. It don't mean that they're a good man. What about? I said that's not what Iyanla asked her. So why are we going there when that wasn't even on the table? So that's what I'm saying. Like that. But what I will say, that in her rebuttal that we listened to yesterday, y'all make sure y'all check out that video yesterday, where we heard her rebuttal, and she did kind of address those people and those workers. And that's what they were saying, that's kind of like where she lost them, because she did end up saying something towards it, but okay, bye boo. Bye boo. I'm about to go. Sitting over here talking about this. I might talk about it later. Like I might just, watch it and stop it and have some talking points or whatever. So yeah, we'll see you. I'm gonna go ahead and go. I appreciate y'all. We had an hour anyway. And so yeah, I hope y'all yes, Miss Kira, you got it. Okay. All right. So yeah, so I hope y'all understood my stance on it or whatever. And yeah. So we'll see y'all later. I don't know about power tonight. I might do a pre-record or something, and maybe it'll drop at midnight or something. I don't know. We'll see. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.